morning. I hope you're well. It's a good day here in Brazil. We're in our conference for leaders this week, so I'm here in my office early. And I thought I would just take a minute to talk to you about something I was thinking about Jesus. I think that the way that our lives will be measured is by the quality of our relationships. I really believe that everything will come down to how we love God and how we love our neighbor. I think it's going to come down to a question of the way our relationships developed and the way we took care of those relationships. I've really come to believe that the measure of a life well lived is the quality of relationships. You know, when you begin a relationship, you need to begin with the end in mind. You need to look out into the future and say, where would I like for this relationship to go? How long do I want this relationship to last? I think when Jesus came into the world, he wanted the relationship to be eternal. So everything he did was linked to this relationship lasting for all of eternity. I think he also knew that the relationship was going to be costly. He paid the price for the relationship. I think when I get into a relationship with anybody, I need to be willing to pay the price, the relational cost for that relationship to work. I also think I need to study the person that I'm in a relationship with. I need to take the time to understand their history and to know them well. I think that Jesus did that for us. He knew all about us. He knew all of our mistakes. He knew that we were enemies of God even, but still he studied us and knew exactly what it would take to keep the relationship working. And then I think we have to be ready to make adjustments in the relationship. Sometimes relationships don't go the way we want them to go, and we have to make adjustments. I pray that you would take a look at all of your relationships, your relationship with God, your relationship with your family, with a husband or wife, with friends, and you would be willing to look long term and determine that you want to keep these relationships. I've lost some relationships over the years, and my heart is still broken over that. Sometimes it was my fault, sometimes it was a mix of my fault and the other person's fault, but I mourn the loss of those relationships. But I learned something even through the relationships that I've lost. But the thing is that is the most precious to me are the relationships that are still going on right now. And I hope that they'll go on all the way to the end of my life and even into eternity. Hey, I hope you'll remember to love God, to love your neighbor, and I pray you'll really, really, really value your relationships. Remember, you'll be defined by the quality of your relationships. That's how we define Jesus, by the quality of his relationships with us. God bless you.